variations, wherever you're at today. And then if you want to do handstand scorpion, you can press your arms straight, look up, and pull your feet towards your head. So now doing handstand scorpion without the swing would be rather challenging. And it makes some of these poses much more accessible, as well as getting the balance and strength to do them in the middle of the room on any other day. So much more sense, right? So while we're here, why don't we go ahead and just play and do a couple handstand push-ups. Okay? If you want to build some strength to do handstand push-ups without the swing, this is a good way to practice. Now notice these are very hard compared to our little baby chaturangas we did in the beginning. But this is a nice way to do some of the dynamic strengthening. And of course we can make it a little bit easier by walking our hands forward and then doing some medium chaturangas. Right? So wherever we are today, we can either do just stretching and relaxation, or we can get into some of the more strengthening and dynamic movements. So we're all going to walk our hands forward, slowly bring your feet down one at a time, return to your down dog. Really nice, everybody. Great. Let's just walk it into a wide straddle. Keep pouring your weight forward, and we'll do, this is the last one. We'll do one more hang. There you go. You can put the swing under the boobs if you prefer to mix it up. Hold on to the ankles if you can. We're in a wide straddle forward fold now. Yeah, walk the feet in a little bit more so they're in the middle of the mat. There you go. Awesome. Last wide straddle. I know they seem so far away. Pouring the weight down. I like to rock from heel to toe. Just see if that is available for you today. As long as it's playful and fun, feels good, you're in the right place. Beautiful, guys. We're going to release the ankles. We're going to keep walking our feet together and forward. Keep tension on the swing the whole time if you can. I call it peppermint patty, so you get the sensation when you come up like you're flying. Right? And then you hold on to the swing to come out nice and slow. Whee! Oh. Thank you, hip flexors. You guys feel it? Yeah. It's like, oh, the burn. Ground it out. Okay, take your time. Okay, so we're going to come into the upright positions again. So we'll try the swing underneath the arms. Give the hips a break, switch it up, come back. We're going to test out our leg loops to make sure they're in the right position for us. We're just going to go right into chillaxing pose, which is a nice restorative one. We stay seated the whole time. Okay. Both hands grab for the leg loop. We put it underneath the knee. So stay seated. Yeah, thank you, Adrian. Even if you know what you're doing, just kind of follow it along since we're reviewing the training. My superstars just jump up in the air and then land in the swing somehow. It's like, yeah, or that's one way to get it out. Yeah. So we're going to have, if you can, the leg loops at the knees. You can always spread them out if you need. But I noticed that it's a little bit more intense when it's directly on the skin, like if you have shorts on. But just make adjustments if you can. So the full chillaxing pose, which is like the #1 restoration, is clasping the hands behind the head, letting the elbows flare out wide, and then just create a little swagger from side to side. Really good, guys. Nice and chill, nice and slow, slowing it down. So we push one knee down, and then the other knee down, and that's how we create our swagger in the swinging motion. And that gentle rocking sensation starts to loosen up all the connective tissue. So you guys are all doing great, but I'm just going to remind you to keep your hips heavy. So if we just let the weight drop in our hips and arch from the upper back, it's going to start to rearrange and recalibrate our posturing. So most people are bending from their lower back and then creating too much strain in the lumbar. So if we learn how to arch from the upper thoracics, we'll start to open up the chest and therefore open up the heart. And it allows us to move from a more heart-centered based reality. So the heart's leading the way, the head is relaxed back, and we're tapping into that infinite intelligence that comes from the center of the chest. And it feels good. Really good, guys. Okay. So we're going to come into a little bit of a chill flow, nothing major. We're going to bend the right knee, hook it over, I flex the foot back so it's in front of the leg loop, and then I just keep letting myself sway from side to side. If you ever need to break on the arms, the forearm press is a good choice. So you get used to it. This is a nice way to keep that heart lifted posture. Okay, so it does help if the swing is right below the round line, so to get it down a little bit, you can just lean back gently and then come back in. Yeah, that's a good way to adjust it. And then what we're going to do is just use our momentum to release that foot and swing to the other side. Drop the hips a lot, just let your, I call it wagging your tail with the bottom foot, where you just let it sway from side to side. Just enjoy the momentum. Or the chillaxing arms is a good option. Just play a little bit. So from here, let's just press the hips up, come into a twist, and then come back down. There's no one way to do it. Just play with it and see if you can find something that feels good. Stretching the hips. I personally like in this position where my elbows come to the left and my legs come to the right, but both sides feel good. So just play with that a little bit. Nice. And then we're going to release the foot one more time. And to the first side. Right knee bends. There you go. Flip it over. And now we're going to go a little bit deeper into the twist. Let's open up our arms. We always keep the anchor point under our arms. We reach through on the diagonal. So left hand grabs for right leg loop. Yeah, the other way. I know. It's a little bit tricky. So I open up to the right and I pull the leg loop in towards my chest. Oh yeah, there it is. Nice. You can feel the stretch all through the side body and the hip. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Isn't that so good? Once you get it, you're like, oh my God. So cool. And my ribs, my right ribs are actually pulling down towards the ground to initiate the twist. Beautiful. Now we slowly just use our momentum, release from the second side. Left knee bends, and then my right hand goes through diagonal and grabs the leg loop. There you go, you got it. Left arm can just relax and dangle. And now when I pull in, and pull the leg loop towards the knee towards my chest, and then when I twist, you feel this big stretch through the glute. Really good, guys. So I'm extending through my right leg. It's just kind of like my habit that engagement there, but it can be completely relaxed. Just see wherever you are today is totally fine. You can also do the supermodel pose, I call it, where your head supports, your hand supports your head, and so you're not even having to hold your head up. You're like, oh yeah, there we go, that doesn't hurt. So whatever version you want to do is totally fine. Beautiful, guys. Slowly release, come back through center. Why don't we come through star? So we're going to straighten the arms, straighten the legs, just do little jazz hands and shake them out. So if I push my hips up towards the sky, I'm going to slide down. So keep the hips heavy so you still have the swing at the heart, and then open up arms and legs for starfish. So good. When we exhale, we're going to sink down, and then at the same time, wrap our arms around the leg loops, pull them in for a floating child's. So getting into our chill flow, let this feel good, nice and relaxed. Now blossom open for star again, expand through the arms and the legs. We have plenty of space, so let's enjoy the capacity to extend out through the fingertips and toes. And then exhale one more time, just squeeze in for child's. So we pull the leg loops towards our body. Round the back slightly. It's one of the few poses where I encourage you to round. One more time. Inhale, blossom for star. Beautiful, guys. Hang out. And now from here, I'm going to look at my toes, squeeze them together. Squeeze the toes together. Okay, I'm going to bring my hands to prayer. I wrap around the swing. I push my hips up and lean back, the reverse namaste. So again, this should feel really good. Stretch the front of the neck, stretch the front of the shoulders. And only go as far as you want to by pushing your hips up. Your hips kind of control the strength of the pose. We're going to exhale, sink down, open it up. Blossom, we'll do that one more time. So inhale here. Exhale, child's, wrap around, tuck in. Inhale, blossom for star. Open it up. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, look at your toes, bring the hands to prayer. Lean back, hold on with your forearms into reverse namaste. Beautiful, guys. Okay, inhale, look up, look at me for a second. Hold on to your swing with your hands, okay? And from here, I'm gonna lean back all the way. So I'm gonna wiggle the swing into the waist. If you have stretchy clothes on, it helps. If not, you're just gonna have to wiggle a little bit from side to side. Now either stay here, or if you wanna swing your arms down, you can bring them over the head for ladle, palms up. So this is a big inversion. So it's our first back bend inversion. So we're draining the energy from our toes all the way to our fingertips. It should feel really, really good. It's a little intense, so come up when you're ready. Inhale, reach up, grab for the swing. Exhale, sink back down. Really nice, guys. So you get your first free high. I'm doing that one. So just relax into it. Whenever we need a break, we just chillax again. And enjoy the amazing rains coming through. It's so nice to be inside all day. Although I really enjoy the waterfall hike in the rain. So just chill it whenever you need a break. Enjoy the sound of the rain coming down. Wow. Everybody close their windows, right? You guys are all from here. Let's give suggestions. All right, let's go through our chill flow one more time. Inhale, wide, deep the arms. Exhale, childs. Inhale, expand into star. Just lengthen through the arms and legs. Let it feel good. Exhale, squeeze the legs together. Now I'm going to look at my toes because I'm going to keep my legs together the whole time. And then I come to prayer. Keep the long lines of energy. Just push the hips up towards the sky. Now keep the lower body as it is. Hold on to the swing. Lower the head down towards the ground. Swing the arms overhead. Palms up if you can. Beautiful. Here you go. Keep squeezing the legs together. And then you'll feel the energy draining out. And it's a nice squeeze on the waist. Now you can stay here if this is as far as you want to go. But if you want to go a little further into a boat pose, bend your knees, reach back and grab for your ankles. This is pretty much as advanced as we're going to get today. So just know that this is a big stretch. Beautiful, guys. So I like to keep my knees in line with my hips. Just gently squeeze those towards one another. Not too much. Just enough to stay engaged. And then when you're ready to release your ankles, reach up, grab for the swing. On your next inhale, head up, hips down, and come to sit. So amazing. Yeah. There's these rays of light coming in through the video that was just nice. Purple and gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Isn't that incredible? All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale, T. Exhale, child's. Just drop in. Pause here whenever you want to take a break. If you don't want to go through the next flow, you can just stay in child's. If you're ready to blossom, so open up the heart, open up the arms, open up the legs for star. Exhale, come into namaste. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze the hands together. In prayer, lean back. So if you want to go further, hold on to the swing, wiggle it into the waist, and come into ladle. So ladle is when you bring your arms overhead, palms face up, long legs, long arms, squeeze everything together, and then let the energy drain out. So if you want to go to the next step, bend the knees. We're going to come into bow, swim your arms back, find your ankles. Press your chest forward. You can actually pull your feet away from you to lengthen through the arms. You'll get a nice big back bend opener without any strain on the lower back. If for some reason your lower back doesn't like it, don't go so far. Stay for another breath if you can. Release the ankles. Inhale, lift yourself up. Hold on to the swing. Head up, hips down. And then just let all of that acclimation in the body happen, because that is a huge recalibration for the spine. So supported back bends in the swing are my absolute favorite. It allows you to safely move into opening up the front of the spine and the heart without overextending. Beautiful, guys. So we're going to do a little sky